Hi guys, this is your girl Color Me Badland, back again to share some absolutely amazing fragrances. This will be untitled. Like, I couldn't think of any rhyme or reason to come on and talk about these fragrances other than the weather is good for the most part. The sun is shining on most days. And this is the time of year where you can wear your winter fragrances, your fall fragrances, your summer fragrances, and your springtime fragrances all in the same day, all at the same time. Do what you like. So if you're interested to find out what fragrances I pulled out of my collection, just come on and chat it up about today. No rhyme or reason. I just wanted to talk about these bad girls. Please continue to watch. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to try not to chat it up too long with you. I'm sure you have other things to do. But since we're here, you and I together, let's talk about these beautiful fragrances. Some of them I've worn out, some of them I haven't, but I've really enjoyed each time I've sprayed out on these scents. And hopefully you've enjoyed them as well. And if you haven't, these will be ones that maybe you'll be interested in adding to your collection. So let's get into it. Oh, but first, I want to welcome you to my channel. Glad to have you. Welcome, welcome, and more welcome. Especially if this is our first time meeting. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I am very grateful. Let's go. Okay, so real quick, just in case you're not familiar with who I am, what we do over here in Color Me Bad Nation, we talk all things beauty. Hashtag all things beauty. So we talk about fragrances. We will talk about the ones that are in my collection, those on my wish list. Hopefully those in your collection and your wish list. Fragrances that you wore in high school or middle school, or you wore to the first sock hop or spring dance or homecoming or prom or cotillion. You know, those types of events. The fragrance you wore when you got married. The fragrance you wore the first time you met your significant other, or the first time you guys went on a date. Fragrances that you wore on horrible dates that you will never wear again. You know, that type of thing. Memories, fragrances, beauty, the whole thing. Let's go. So the first fragrance that I want to get into today is from the cosmetic company MAC. And I've never really, like a long time ago, years ago, I was in a friend of mine's wedding, and you know, I wear a little bit of makeup. As you can see, I love eyeshadow, I like a beautiful lippy, and I love eyelashes. And every now and then I'll paint my whole face, every now and again, just to kind of play and have fun. But I've never really been a person that just has to put it all on every single day. It's just not me. But I love it. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. So I discovered, I always used to walk past the MAC Cosmetic, you know. I was a fashion fair girl because I worked for them. I was a clearance girl, I worked for them. I was familiar with Prescriptives, Estee Lauder, Clinique, you know, those brands. And here comes this high fashion, you know, serious, metaphorically speaking, cosmetic company called MAC. And so they had the lip gloss. If you didn't buy anything else from MAC, you had to have the clear lip gloss. And so that's how I got hip to them. And you know, they had fragrances. I never really tripped off the fragrances. Never really a big deal. And like I stated before, in my early 20s, middle 20s, late 20s, I was a Chanel girl. So I've always loved Chanel fragrances. I never like bought myself a whole lot of fragrances, but when I did, that's the counter I ran to. Allure, Mademoiselle. Those are my fragrances. You know what I'm saying? You only need a couple. You only really need one good one, really, to be honest with you. And then the fragrances that I got introduced by working in the cosmetic industry for a brief moment in time. So I never really had to buy them because I was given, like, I remember I told you guys, 3 huge baskets full of fragrances when I left Lancome. And so I never, like I said, never had to buy them. No big deal, nothing. But this fragrance, for some reason, kept tickling my fancy, not my fantasy. And I decided to add her to my collection. Can you guess which one? So the fragrance I'm coming on to share today, you guys, from MAC is Candy Yum Yum. Let me grab the bottle so you guys can take a peek if you haven't seen this one. This is the bottle here. Okay. Again, it's called Candy Yum Yum. This is in the category, I believe, it says Floral Fruity Gourmand fragrance for women. Of course, anyone who wants to wear this fragrance absolutely can. I haven't worn this out yet, but I have played around with it in the house, you know, like a bedtime fragrance. I always like to try my fragrances out and like take a nap in them or something, you know, your evening shower, your evening bath, to find out how well it's going to last, whether or not it's a layering fragrance, if it can stand by itself, things of that nature. And so the verdict is still out on this one as far as the longevity, the scent bubble, and all of that, because I really haven't given this one a test run yet, but I really like the scent. I'm not in love with it, but it's a really gorgeous scent, and I'm really glad that I was able to add this one to my collection. So just to give you a little bit of information about Candy Yum Yum by MAC, it is a floral fruity gourmand for women. Of course, anyone who wants to wear this absolutely can. This fragrance has been around for a while. It's been out since 2016, and I was shocked because I'm like, I didn't know anything about it. I always see like the aquatic one, and people talk about that one and some other ones, but I didn't know anything about this one. I don't know why. It's probably because I don't visit that counter that often, so that's probably the reason why. Let me give you some of the notes in this fragrance. Of course, you know they don't list everything, but I'm going to give you a little bit about what they give us, just in case you're interested in adding this gorgeous fragrance to your collection. So the top note has guava. Your middle note or middle notes are cherry blossom and iris flower. I want to stop there because I live in a state where probably about 5 to 10 years ago, you will probably never actually see a cherry blossom tree here, and now they're popping up everywhere, and they are so beautiful, you guys. And so I wanted to kind of give homage and to say something about them, because they're such beautiful trees. They're like a light pinky, kind of really small florally fragrance. The buds are a little bit bigger than like the 4-leaf and 3-leaf clovers, and they're really just beautiful trees aesthetically. I love to see them popping up, and like I said, they're popping up. I see them everywhere where I live now. Also, this has iris flower in it. Then your base note, it has cotton candy and vanilla. Okay, next up on the list, and these aren't going in any particular order. I'm just, you know, I just do random picks. I don't normally you know, go in any type of order unless we're doing like a ranking or something. Now, I think I've only done one ranking, and that was on my Michael Kors fragrances, so I don't really remember all of that. So the next fragrance on the list, and again, this is Untitled. No rhyme or reason why we're coming on to talk about this. I just wanted to pop on and talk about some pretty fragrances that I rarely wear. This one is Dolly, Scent from Heaven. This is a fragrance from our beloved Dolly Parton. I absolutely love this bottle. I love butterflies. Not enough to get one like tattooed on me, but I like butterflies. I really love them. I love what they represent. This is a gorgeous fragrance, you guys. Let me spray this on. I've had this one in my collection probably for about 2 or 3 years, maybe a little bit after they launched this one. I grabbed it. It was just something about this. I had to have it. Probably got it like during a holiday season where you get like the little you know, the little gift packages or whatever that they sell. And I love Dolly Parton and her music, and so I just wanted to have this. I think this is a beautiful fragrance bottle, and it really smells good. I don't wear this out a whole lot, but I really enjoy this scent, like I said. And let me share with you a little bit about what's in this fragrance. This is Dolly, Scent from Above, Dolly Parton. I call it a scent from heaven. Same thing. This is for women, of course. Anyone can wear this. That, you know, whoever wants to wear it absolutely can. I'm kind of tongue-tied a little bit because this smells good. It's pretty from the first spray out. I've worn this to bed before, and I've layered this. As you can see, there's a little bit of juice missing, so I probably worn this like as a layering component. It's a little bit light for color me, and what I mean by that is that I like a heavy beast mode fragrance, something that's going to give me a beautiful scent bubble, sillage, scent trail, when my pulse pops, I want to smell a little bit of my fragrance, and that's just me and my personality. And so this for me is more of a layering fragrance, more of a bedtime fragrance, or maybe like running errands type of a fragrance for me. And even like when I'm running errands, I put on beast mode fragrances because I like to smell my fragrance. I want to be able to smell whatever it is I'm spraying on. And so this doesn't, it's just not as heavy of a fragrance. It's like that I like to wear by itself. Okay, so this one I heavily spray, and I definitely use this as a layering component. The main chords of this one is woody, it's floral, it's fresh, it has amber, it's fruity, it's powdery, it's very sweet but not too sweet. It has just the right amount of musk, just the right amount of sweetness to this one, just the right amount of fruitiness to it. It's not tart. It's a very smooth blend. It doesn't come off rough or irritating. They did a very beautiful job of putting this fragrance together. It has a little bit of white floral, and it's a little bit warm, spicy. So you got a little bit of softness, you got a little bit of warmth. So this can actually be worn all year round. It doesn't have a specific time of year designated for this particular scent. I really like this fragrance. It is a beautiful scent from the first spray out. If you like those types of notes in a fragrance, I highly recommend that you get your nose on this. And like, you may find this for a really good deal in stores like Walgreens, maybe CVS. You may even find this one in like some of your discounter stores. You may find it on QVC or HSN. There are a lot of different places you can find fragrances, and just do, you know, your pricing. Always make sure, because this is a celebrity fragrance, even though she is top notch, top quality, you can definitely find this for a really affordable price. Yes, I absolutely love Dolly Parton, and I love Dolly. Scent from above, Dolly Parton. Get you some. Okay, so, you know, anybody that kind of knows me just a little bit, I mean, like, you might not know my middle name, or you might not know my favorite color, or my favorite day of the week, or anything like that. Not that I have any of those. You know, I try not to be real, you know. I don't need to. It's not necessary. Alright, so, but you know I'm gonna come with the sexy. And all of the fragrances I've shared with you guys so far are very sexy, but on the cute side. You know, like, I'm gonna tip really lightly through the tulips, and you may hear me coming and you may not. Nah, we don't want none of that. We got that sexy beast mode mama girl for you. Soft, sensuous, sexy. Let's get her done. This one is called Aura by Mugler. Here we go. When I tell you, I'm going to bring the bottle in a little bit closer, that when I spray this, something about this bottle, something about this scent, it just turns me on. I'm telling you right now. And I just walk past, and I just like to walk past my fragrances and just look down at it. I don't even really, you know, I don't wear it a whole lot. But I love this scent. This is a hidden gem. I think it's been out since 2019. Sexy. And I don't know how I ended up with this in my collection, other than I love Mugler fragrances. You know, why not? It is so good. Like the first spray out, love at first sniff. Yum, yum, eat them up. Oh my God, this is so good, you guys. Okay, so Aura Mugler Eau de Parfum Sensuelle by Mugler. This is an amber vanilla fragrance. I think I shared with you guys before, and if you're first time meeting me, then I didn't share it with you. I'm going to tell you now. I'm not a huge vanilla fragrance lover, and it's not because I don't like vanilla. I have a lot of fragrances that have that note in them, and I absolutely love them. It's just, for me, vanilla is a note that doesn't pop for me and my body chemistry that well. So it always kind of turns into this like lactonic, milky, faint scent on me, unless it's got some bombshells around it. And this is one of those. It's an amber vanilla fragrance for women. Of course, anyone who wants to wear this absolutely can. Again, this is Aura Mugler Eau de Parfum Sensuelle. It sounds sexy, don't it? Launched back in 2019 again. It has gardenia and cinnamon leaf in it. So they started off right with this for me, because I love the scent of cinnamon. I love the taste of cinnamon, okay? And then natural cinnamon. And then it's got gardenia in it. And if you don't already know, I love gardenia. Love the fragrance gardenia. Like a lot of my floral fragrances for springtime are either straight gardenia or full of gardenia, magnolia, hyacinth, honeysuckle, rose. I'm that girl. I love those scents. And iris too. I like a little iris in my fragrance. So those are the notes that you'll hear me speak a lot of. Again, your top notes for this are gardenia and cinnamon leaf. They could have stopped there, but they kept going. Your middle notes are what I love to call your heart notes, have green notes in them. Green could mean anything. Your base notes are white musk and sandalwood. Now, you know there's more in this fragrance than what they note and share with us. Of course, they're not going to give us all of their dirty secrets or their clean secrets. However, that's enough for us to know whether or not we're going to take a liking to this fragrance or not, or at least give it a little bit of a try. So if you love a beautiful, soft, spicy, green noted, slightly earthy, very sensuous, soft, this fragrance will pop out of nowhere on you, and you'll be like, oh, okay. Like you forgot you sprayed something on, or if someone asks you what you're wearing, you may forget what you sprayed on. It's that type of silent killer. Aura, Mugler, Eau de Parfum, Sensuelle. If you don't have this one in your collection, get you some. So good. Alright, so now you all are about to tap into my secret vault of fragrances. I think I only pulled out, I pulled out 2 out of my secret vault today. You know, the ones that when somebody asks you what you're wearing, you either tell them you can't remember, or you write it down on a piece of paper so everybody doesn't hear you. Oh my God, Petty Pablo. I'm just kidding. You know, you gotta keep something for yourself. You know what I mean? And especially when you layer your fragrances, like a lot of us do. We wear more than one fragrance at a time. At least I do. Even if I'm wearing a Beast Mode Mama Girl fragrance, I'm layering my fragrance with 1 or 2 and sometimes 3 different fragrances, because they all pop at different times. And if you know how to layer properly, it's a magical event all in itself. And I know that some people may say that's just doing too much. Well, that's your opinion and that's your prerogative. But we all overindulge in something if it's nothing but just talking too much about absolutely nothing, right? Everybody knows somebody. So the next fragrance that I want to share with you guys is Minajesty by Nicki Minaj. And some might say, girl, you got to be kidding me. Let me tell you something. Eventually, I'm just going to go ahead and just get the whole collection, because this is like the 2nd or 3rd one that I have of hers, and all of them smell absolutely amazing. And a lot of people that talk about this fragrance kind of downplay it, like, I don't know why I got this in my collection, but I got all of them type of deal. This is some of the prettiest fragrance. I don't care what the bottle looks like. This is gorgeous, you guys. Like, from the first spray out, it doesn't smell cheap. It doesn't smell, you know how some champagne smells or possibly tastes like cheap. And that's how some fragrances smell, like cheap. It give you that experience like, I can't do it. This is a absolutely gorgeous fragrance for bedtime, if you want to run errands. For me, this is a bedtime fragrance. It does last possibly about 4 to 5 hours. Perfect, like I said, for date night in the house, movie night, bedtime fragrance. You know, you don't want to run your mate out of the bedroom, definitely, but you definitely want to smell good, especially for yourself, because sometimes that helps you to get in the mood. When you smell good and you look good, that helps you to be more relaxed, because it builds it helps with your confidence level. This is good, you guys. I really like this. I do have to heavily spray this one because I like a heavily noted fragrance. I like my fragrance again to pop, but this is such a gorgeous fragrance. It has all the right components. This again is a Minajesty by Nicki Minaj. It is a floral fruity fragrance for women. This was launched back in 2013, so this has been around for a while. It's so beautiful. Like, this is a pretty fragrance. It's that kind of fragrance that smells so good that you can kind of taste it in here. It's really pretty, you all. If you've never smelled this one, it has red berries, it has a lemon and peach. And I lately have been really enjoying the note of peach in fragrances. I have a couple of them, and we'll come on and chat it up a little bit about some of them that I've been using, and a lot of body creams I've been using that have the note of peach in them. I am just in heaven on earth with those scents. They smell so good, right? Then your middle notes. This is what you're gonna find in the middle. Depending on your body chemistry, some of you will get some of these notes, some of us won't. You've got frangipani, which is a floral. You got orchid. You got magnolia. If you're not familiar with me and the things that I love in a fragrance, I love the scent of magnolia. The only fragrance that I have from the collection of Commodity is magnolia. One of my favorites. I'm going to come on and talk a little bit more about that fragrance as well and how long it lasts. Gorgeous scent. Base notes for this one is tonka bean, vanilla, and musk. So right at the end of this fragrance, as it's completely dried down, you're moving and you're grooving, your body temperature rises for one reason or another, and bloop, you get a really nice whiff of this gorgeous fragrance. Very nice. Really pretty. The only time that you may not enjoy this one is if you love garlic and onions and you had that for dinner. So you might not want to spray that down in this on that particular night. You know, it's not going to really work that well for you. Other than that, get you some. Love this scent. Love it first smell. Minajesty, Nicki Minaj. Gorgeous scent. Very much so overlooked, hidden gem. Gorgeous fragrance. Like, I really cherish fragrances like this because a lot of people don't pump them up a whole lot, and maybe they did back in the day, I don't know, but I love this scent. Fresh, sweet, fruity, gorgeous, sexy, under the radar. Get you some. Okay, so up next on the list, this fragrance that I'm going to share with you guys now is not a new fragrance. It's been around, I think, since like 2016, I think. I'm not sure. It's not brand new, but this is one of my most complimented fragrances. And when I say complimented, like, I've been out walking and walk past somebody and they will stop me and ask me, what am I wearing? It's that serious. And I'm not bragging, I'm just telling you. That's why I'm coming on to share it with you. If you can pull this one off, I'm telling you right now, I got a lifetime supply of Poison Girl Eau de Parfum by Christian Dior. Lifetime supply, I kid you not. This fragrance is undeniably gorgeous. And I mean, like, the only reason that I had this added to my collection is because I love Poison Girl and Hypnotic Poison so much, and they smell so good on me that I was like, okay, I think one year I was replenishing and adding it back to my collection. You know, I'm starting to go outside a little bit more. I was like, I'm gonna need a couple perfumes and fragrances, you know, in my collection, so when I go places, I'll smell good. You know what I'm talking about. Have a good day. And when I was adding the Hypnotic Poison back to my collection, it was, you know, told to me that it would be in my best interest to sniff these. So this one, Pure Poison, the extract. Y'all, I'm telling you, if you don't have this one in your collection and you love Poison, if you love Poison Girl, not Poison Girl, but if you love Hypnotic Poison, if you just love Christian Dior fragrances as a whole, like I do, they haven't come out with anything ever that I just did that didn't smell beautiful on me, didn't last, that I didn't like. And I definitely, if that's one house of fragrances above Chanel that I would say for me that works. Like, I haven't tried a one that didn't work well for me. This has to be one of my most complimented fragrances. We're gonna do a video on my most complimented fragrances. I got some in my arsenal that when I wear them, it's like, ooh, hello. So yeah, this one is Poison Girl Eau de Parfum by Christian Dior. I'm gentle with the juice. I'm gentle with the juice. This is beautiful, you all. All jokes aside, let me share with you what's in this one, just in case you're not familiar with this one. It's so pretty. This is I can smell it without even opening this. It's so, I'm not gonna spray this out. I think I wore this like a day or so ago. And you know, every now and then I'll just say, you know, I just wanna smell pretty. You know what I mean? Without effortlessly. You know, you just sometimes just wanna smell good. This is Poison Girl by Dior. It is an amber vanilla fragrance. Again, I can only wear certain vanilla fragrances, and this is one of them. Changed my life. Poison Girl was launched back in 2016. This particular fragrance top notes are bitter orange and lemon. Your middle notes are what I like to call your heart notes. It has damask rose, glacé rose, and orange blossom. Okay, if you don't know, I am an orange, not an orange fanatic, but I do love orange scented things. But rose, I love rose noted fragrances. And this offer from Christian Dior is done so beautiful. It is ridiculous, you guys. And then your base notes, this is what you're gonna get at the very base of your fragrance. Most of these notes, some people get them all. You get vanilla, there's almond, there's tonka bean, there's tolu balsam, okay, sandalwood, casmirin, and heliotrope. It's unexplainable. You just have to get your nose on this one. I do recommend that you spray this on and wear it first before you purchase it. If you got coin to burn and it's no big deal and you've never been failed by Christian Dior like I haven't, you could blind buy this one. You'll be satisfied with it. Trust me, this is good. It's one of the smartest and most beautiful flankers of a fragrance that I have in my collection. You know, normally flankers are all right. And you're like, okay, so did we really need that? Yes, we really needed this. Like, this is gorgeous, you guys. So if you don't have this one in your collection, you see how I'm holding it. This is my girl right here. I love this fragrance. And I don't come on and talk a lot about some of my fragrances that I love, because it's not about that for me. I just want to share. But this one right here, one of my most every time I wear this, I get a compliment or two or 3 or 4. You know, it's just one of those fragrances. And if you can pull this girl off right here, this is definitely signature scent worthy. This is worthy to wear on your wedding day, your wedding night, all through your marriage. Good. Trust me when I tell you. See, I had to open up my secret bottle to share something with you today. Poison Girl, Christian Dior, get you something. Alright, so next on the list is a fragrance from the house of Versace. Now, this is a very, very sensitive subject and topic for me because I love Versace fragrances and colognes, but the fragrances for women a lot of times don't last that long on me, but I love the scents. Love the scents. But every fragrance that I have in my collection that's from the house of Versace just doesn't perform for me the way that I feel that it should for the cost. Anybody else? So, if this fragrance right here, now this perfume grew on me. Let me wipe it down a little bit. This scent grew on me, and I'm not sure. I think I just got this and added this to my collection because I like the bottle and the color. And so that's kind of probably what drew me to this. And I love a weighted bottle. I thought it was really, really pretty. I don't wear this that much. But when I spray out on this, I get that little feeling like, well, why don't I wear this more often? Because this is such a gorgeous scented fragrance. Like, even though it doesn't last for like 8+ hours and give me a beast mode, you know, bubble and all of that, this is very, very pretty. I would deem this more of like a up close and personal encounter fragrance. When I do wear this fragrance, I normally couple this with something else. Mainly because, and again, it's because I like my fragrances to project. I like to smell my fragrances, not when I first spray them out, but you know, like I'm getting ready to take a shower and I still smell my fragrance that I put on at like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, and it's, you know, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. That's the kind of fragrances that I love, you know, and layered properly, you can get some of that from this particular fragrance. But for me, this one just doesn't last as long and it's not as strong scented projecting off of me as I would like. But it's still a really, really pretty fragrance. And like I said, every time I spray this, like right now I'm sitting here like, this is good. Like, this is a really pretty fragrance. I have had an opportunity to smell the Bright Crystal Absolute. For me, this one in my opinion on my skin smells better, but both of them are very nice offerings from Versace. Let me share a little bit about what's in this one, and I'm sure you all are familiar with this. It's been around since 2006, so it's been around for quite some time. This is Bright Crystal by Versace. It is a floral fruity fragrance for women. A lot of the fragrances that I'll talk about in the spring or summer are like floral fruity fragrances, even though this is something I will wear in cooler weather more so than the hot weather. Okay. Bright Crystal again was launched in 2006. The nose behind this fragrance is Alberto Morillas. Your top notes of this are yuzu, pomegranate, and ice. This is really good, you guys. You could tell that there was a lot of thought that went into this fragrance. It just wasn't thrown together. That there is a lot of care that went into this scent. I feel love when I spray this out. You can tell that there was some passion. There was you know, there was something there other than just, this is a job, I'm getting paid for it, let's get this done. This is really, really well done. In your middle notes, or what I love to call your heart notes, it has peony, lotus, and magnolia. Again, there's that magnolia. I love the scent of magnolia. It's just something about it that just works really well for me, and it activates all of this. Moving right along, your base notes are a musk, mahogany, and amber. So those are the notes that are going to keep this base, give it a little bit of some oomph is what I like to say. It has a green plant extract in it, which really keeps a nice, clean, fresh scent to it. For me, it's the magnolia. For me, it's the clean scent of this. It's really, really fresh. They didn't list this as a gourmand fragrance, but it definitely could be. I really, really enjoy this. As soon as I spray this out, it's really, really beautiful. And again, this is one of those that when I spray this out, I go, why don't I ever wear this? Like, it's really, really pretty. Like, it really has a beautiful scent to it. And normally with pomegranate fragrances, they have to be mixed with something. This is just beautiful, you guys. Yuzu, pomegranate, ice at the beginning, magnolia, a little bit of amber. Delicious. So if you don't have this one, even though it's been around for a long, long time, don't be afraid to add this one to your collection. It's really, really pretty. If you love the scent of magnolia, if you don't like magnolia, don't go for this one, because it will give you a headache if you don't like it. If you don't like, it's very, very strong in that area. So be careful with this one. You can do a blind buy with this one, but for me, I would recommend that you get your nose on this before you purchase it, to make sure that you like it, or you're just going to end up giving it away. It's either a love or hate type of thing here with this one. And like I said, I always say, why don't I ever wear this? But yeah, definitely get your nose on this one, because if you don't, you know, you're either going to like this one or not. It's just that simple. Beautiful fragrance. Get you some. Okay, so I had like a lot others that I wanted to share with you guys, but we're going to end with this one for today. like I said, there's no title to this particular video or anything like that. I just wanted to come on and talk about these fragrances and share them, and possibly get some feedback on what you think about these fragrances, if you have them in your collection or if you've ever heard of them. Please feel free to chime in. So this particular fragrance probably has been in my collection the shortest amount of time. Between this one and Candy Yum Yum, those two are the newer ones that have been added to my collection within recent months, I would say. This one is called Yara by Lataffa. It's a really, really popular fragrance. I didn't know how popular this one was, but there's three that come in this collection. There's one that comes in a black bottle, then there's one that comes in a white bottle. It's back there somewhere. And then there's one, yeah, so pink, white, and black. And the male scent is the black one. And I didn't know that it was a male scent when I sent for it, but I really like it. And we're gonna come on and talk about that scent. I'm gonna keep that fragrance. But I didn't know that it was a male scent. I thought that it was like a noir to these. So anyway, this one is Yara by Lataffa. And a lot of us that collect fragrances or just love fragrances altogether are really familiar with this scent. I was like happy as a felock when this came in the mail. When I ordered this, I just got real happy about this, and I'm not I'm not sure why. I really am not. I don't know if it was just the fact that I had been really wanting to add this to my collection for a long time, and was finally able to, you know, pull the trigger on it. Because I think about it first before I send for things. Because, like, you know, we never really need it. So I try to think about it first and like, okay, so is this the right time? Is this the right moment? You know. Anyway, let's get into what's in this beautiful fragrance. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, and I didn't do this intentionally because this is not my favorite fragrance out of all of these. However, this is a love at first sniff. This fragrance is sexy. Like, it does it for me right now. Take me as I am, Lord. This is, it's called Yara by Lataffa Perfume. It is a fragrance for women. Your top notes are heliotrope. So they started off at the top of this fragrance with a heavy hitting note. So you got heliotrope, you got orchid, and tangerine. If you guys love a fruit, juicy, citrus fragrance, baby, let me tell you something. It's just, you just gotta get this. You just gotta get it. Your middle notes are gourmand accords. So, you know, things that have to do with being a gourmand. You know, they're not gonna tell us every little thing that they put in these fragrances, and they don't have to. We either love it or we don't, right? It has tropical fruits in it. Some of that tropical fruit has to be a little bit of coconut juice, water, milk, something. It's just divine. Your base notes are vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. So I get my vanilla way before the end of this fragrance, and it is just absolutely delightful. This is one of those fragrances that I'll hold on to it before I spray all the way down in it. I have to have a reason to wear fragrances like this. It's that pretty. You know, you don't want to waste this. It's like a work scent, because work scents are work scents. Like, there are just certain scents and fragrances that you wear to work. There are certain scents and fragrances that you wear to the disco if you disco it. Certain scents and fragrances you wear to church. Except for that one that lady pours out. She poured a whole bottle on herself. If she don't stop, please, Linda, tell her to stop. The entire bottle, like, it is. I gotta come on and tell y'all about this. I'm just gonna save the story for later. There's a time and a place for everything, and now is not the time. I hear the Holy Spirit tugging on me saying, all right, so, but this is one of those fragrances that is just beautiful. Like, I would only wear this if I was gonna be spending time with someone that will appreciate this. Do you understand what I mean by that? And I mean, it could be just you, but it's just one of those. It's not something that you would wear. You could wear this to church, but I think that it's a little bit too sensuous for that. But you could. I wouldn't spray down in it. Like over 6 sprays would be too, unless you're looking for somebody. If you're trying to meet somebody, then because it's so attracting, it's so alluring, it's soft, it's sensuous. It is the epitome of feminine energy in a bottle. It's just beautiful. You can wear this for date night, bedtime, wherever you want to. Like I said, I wouldn't deem this a work scent, but you can wear whatever you want to wear. And this will probably be something that someone who really can't wear fragrances to work will wear, and just do it real quick. Something that nobody will really pay attention to if you don't spray down in this one. But be careful with it, because it smells like it's not a beast mode mama girl fragrance, but this thing is packing some power, you guys. Like, I sprayed this on when I first got it, and I didn't think much of it. I'm like, oh, this is delightful. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, it's good when you first spray it out. You don't have to wait for it. It doesn't have to go through phases and processes. You know what? You get whatever you smell. You get what you pay for. And these are really affordable. And for them to smell this amazing, I'm totally impressed. Very, very pleased with the whole line of these fragrances. And if you don't know by watching some of my other videos, if you gain an opportunity to watch some other ones, I speak a lot about Lataffa fragrances, the house of Lataffa, and I speak very highly of them. I'm a Lataffa girl. I love all of their fragrances. Even if I just like them a little bit, send them your girl's way. I love them. This has to be one of my favorite Lataffa fragrances. One of. I can't just pick one. So I'm going to say one of. And there's probably about 10 that will be in this category. Absolutely gorgeous. If you don't have this in your collection, please let me be the one to escort you into owning a bottle of this. It is that good, you guys. Get you some. Okay, so yeah, so we're done. We're done here. Our work is done here. I wanted to come on and share those fragrances with you guys, and making sure that I touch base with you on a regular, because sometimes if I like go a few days without sending out some content, I feel like really bad, and I don't know why. So make sure that if you subscribe to our channel, that you shout it out down in the comments and just say hi to me. I would appreciate it. And if you don't, it's okay. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for sharing it. Tell a friend. I really enjoy doing this, and I hope all is well with you guys. I don't know what day you're going to gain an opportunity to see this. I plan on uploading this on Sunday. So if it's a Sunday, happy Sunday. And whatever other day you gain an opportunity to see this recording, enjoy. This is your girl, Color Me Bad Lynn, saying thank you guys for watching. I greatly appreciate all of your love and your support. I really do, you guys. You know, it's not easy to come on and do this. And so I commend anyone who does this, especially if you do it for a living, or if you started out small and grew. It is a process, and this is not an easy feat. And so I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I'm not just saying that because, you know, support is important. And it's nice to know that you're doing something that's helping someone, or touching someone, or making somebody smile or laugh or think or care. It's an amazing thing to do, and I'm grateful to be able to share in any capacity in life a little bit of myself to encourage someone to keep going. Never stop dreaming, never stop learning, never stop taking classes. Go ahead and write that book. Go ahead and write that poem. Go ahead and sing that song, dance that dance, and marry that man or that woman of your dreams that you've been waiting for and working hard for all your life. Go for it. This is your girl, Color Me Badly, and I greatly appreciate again all of your love and your support. We will see you on the next video. Smooches!